Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, you are very welcome. Today I wanted us to talk about moisturizing. How do we effectively moisturize our hair when we are doing protective styling? If you haven't watched the video prior to this, I really urge you to go watch that video because that's the beginning of all this series I'm going to be sharing. My name's Maria Kasire. I'm your hair loss practitioner. I'm here to be of help, whatever help I need to be, to make sure that your hair is flourishing, that you're doing the best you can do. I'm very happy to be of help. So, as I was saying, please go back, watch that video because it is the continuation of this video. This series are going to be more about protective styling, what we need to do when we protective style. Remember, sometimes or most times when we protective style, we forget that our hair needs care. Our scalps need care, alright? We think when we braid our hair, when we put it in locks, it's time to rest, relax, and forget all about it. Actually, the opposite is true. Guys, when you protective style, you need to get the best out of your protective styling. And this doesn't mean that you're going to do anything complicated. Some of these steps you're going to do once in a while, but just to be mindful that they need to be done if you want your hair to really flourish in your protective style. Just imagine undoing your locks, undoing your braids, and your hair is looking the best it has ever been. You understand what I'm saying? So protective styling is when you really make sure you intentionally do a few things to make sure that your hair is doing well, that your scalp is healthy, and that your hair is flourishing. So in the previous video, I explained the importance of clarifying your hair while it's in a protective style, and I showed you my trick on how I actually build up my products. Okay, we called it a build up, either build your conditioner, build your moisturizer. You know, there are a few things I showed you in that video, so please go watch that video so you can catch on to that. So this video, as I mentioned, it is about properly moisturizing our hair when we're doing a protective style. If you don't know what a protective style is, a protective style is a style you choose to wear first and foremost to give your hair a break, or even give yourself a break, all right? But the more reason why we need to protective style is because as a protective style, we are not manipulating our hair on a regular, and that's what it means to protective style, but also that the ends of your hair are covered in the style. Like if you look at my locks right now, you can see that all my hair is within these locks. So that's how I am choosing to protect my hair. And the other way of protective styling is not necessarily to keep your style in braids or in locks, but also possibly to just twist it, put it in like in some medium, small twists, big twists, whichever, big braids, necessarily not having extensions, okay? And that way, you're not going to be combing your hair on a regular, you're not going to be really styling your hair necessarily, and you're not going to be manipulating it in any form, but just wearing your hair in the twists you have. I see most of you are doing these twists and I am loving them. I hope I'll get to do mine soon. I've never tried the style, but hopefully one time I'll choose to protect with twists. So you're all doing such a wonderful job. But as we are doing all this protective styling, there are some important steps we are missing and we are losing out on the great benefit of doing just the bare minimum for your hair so that it can flourish under your protective style. So today I'm going to show you how, especially when you're wearing braids, when you're wearing locks, okay? I'm going to share with you my secret, guys. So let's get into this video. So what you need is a good moisturizer or conditioner, a sponge, a good growth hair oil, a braid spray, and alternatively you can use just whatever oil you have. Water is the major base to this, so we're gonna just build it up with some of our conditioners. Just get creative, but if you're using a liquid leave-in or whatever, do not put a lot. Just a little goes a long way, guys. A little goes a long way. Otherwise, your mixture will bubble up due to the fragrance content within some of these moisturizers or liquids. Well, here we are. So first things first, prep your hair ready for this very simple, I must say it's a very simple routine, but very effective. If you do this routine, trust me, by the time you take your hair out, by the time you undo your locks or your braids, you're gonna thank me for this. All right, so you can do this at least twice a month. But if you're, don't have a lot of time on your hand, once a month is vital. We shall start with moisturizing our scalp. It is very important that you get a very good enriched moisturizer. Usually a liquid moisturizer is best when your hair is in braids or locks. Any kind of extensions, a liquid moisturizer is always the best, and definitely what a better choice than the hair booster. If you're natural and you have not tried the hair booster yet, please get in touch, really get in touch. This product will help you so much when it comes to moisturizing your hair, especially when your hair is braided. This is one of those you need to have. Anyways, I just make sure I spray throughout my scalp, and this is the time when you can massage that scalp. Massaging is so vital to hair growth. When you're in a protective style, try to find times when you can really, really massage your scalp. It will do so well for your hair. By the time you get that hair out, it will just make a difference. The reason why we massage the scalp is because we want that blood circulation going on. And remember, when blood is circulating within our scalps, it is transporting oxygen, it is transporting nutrients, your hair is feeding. So please, please, please make sure you really massage your scalp as a routine, all right? Well, we move on with the follicle. When I am braided, I try as much as possible to use my growth oils. Whatever growth oil you have, please maximize it when you're wearing a protective style. I believe that's when your hair is much rested. You're not doing so much that all these products you're applying will work really, really well. And that's just what I think, okay? I'm just applying some common sense. We need a lot of common sense when it comes to our hair care, all right? So I believe when it's rested, everything works just better than ever. Well, as you see, I applied it on the tips of my fingers because it's the better way I felt I could really get to my scalp. And once I apply that, I continue to massage. Make sure during this time you take that opportunity, because I don't think we really carve out time to do some of these things. But when you get to do your routine, make sure you do some of these very, very, very important steps that will really make a difference. Okay, so I love the follicle because the follicle is enriched with essential oils. Like our follicle hair growth stimulator is enriched with essential oils. It's good for people who have breakage. If your hair is breaking, if you're experiencing some kind of alopecia, not all kinds of alopecia, please, we shall get into that in the future videos. But when your hair is getting weak, you're getting just the onset of alopecia kind of, situation. It's breaking, it's weak. You really need to start enriching it with a good hair growth oil. And our follicle is really one of those that is infused with such greatness that it really, really has helped so many women enrich their hair, grow their hair, bring some of those bald spots back. So yeah, I really love to use the follicle when my hair is braided. And those edges, guys, take care of them. Well, Now this is the major part of this video, the trick I wanted to show you. This is how I moisturize my hair when it's braided. So the front part of my hair is individual locks. So when you have anything individual, this is what you need. This will not work if your hair is not really within the extension, especially if it's a track. Like the back of my style are really tracks of the same hair, so I will show you still how to continue using this method to moisturize your locks, but the back of my hair doesn't really need this method, okay? But the front of my hair does need it because my hair is really within that extension because it's an individual lock. All right, so when you have individual locks, your hair is within your extensions, so as braids, so as twists. So what you do is really to dip a sponge. I love to use a sponge because it's just my better way of doing it, but I think you can use like a soft microfiber towel. I think that should do well. Just make sure you press the sponge or whatever you have chosen to use onto your braids. That way, you moisturize the hair within. You're actually not trying to moisturize the extension. You're trying to get to the hair within. And that way it can get the nutrition it needs. So just make sure you cover all your braids or your locks or whatever style you're in. Make sure you cover the base of your entire head. And just to make sure of that, you need to either twist away the hair you have worked on and then just move on. That way you make sure you covered the whole entire head and not missed any braid, any lock, or any twist. As you continue to watch me do this, let's talk moisturization. Why do we need to moisturize our hair? It's very important to moisturize our hair because naturally our afro textured hair is dry hair, okay? That's the nature of it. So what we need to do for our dry hair, we need to be very intentional on moisturizing our hair. The reason why our hair breaks, why we cannot retain length, why our hair does not get to the length that it needs to get to, is because we ignore moisturizing. So it gets into the situation of being dry, brittle, and that way definitely the result is going to be breakage. So if you're experiencing breakage, there's a difference between breakage and shedding, but if you realize your hair is actually breaking, you need to look into your moisturizing game. What are you doing for your hair to make sure it is soft, it is supple, it is moisturized? That way you will not be experiencing that breakage that you're experiencing. I understand breakage could also be coming from different aspects, okay? It could be nutrition based, it could be all different things. But the major one, especially for us who have afro textured hair, is dryness. So once we get into the habit of moisturizing, guys, we are going to kick breakage to the curb, at least at 70%. So back to what I'm doing here, I'm simply blotting all the excess liquid out of my braids, okay? Because you don't want it to be dripping, it will get messy, it will get uncomfortable. So try to do that. And yeah, so we are done. It feels so good, guys. It feels so good that my hair feels just so moisturized, and I know it's gonna be doing so well. Let's finish off with some extensions care. You can use any braid spray of your choice, but I do love this extensions fiber spray because it's so conditioning to my extensions always, and especially when I'm trying to wear my extensions for a long time, it does not cause buildup. It has moisturizing ingredients that really help to condition and moisturize my extensions all at the same time, and that way I can wear my styles for a longer periods of time without my extensions looking terrible or dry.
So I'll be wrapping this microfiber towel at the ends of my locks so it catches all the dripping liquid. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a lot. My hair really feels great. I hope you utilize this so your hair can really flourish in your protective style. I am feeling really accomplished. So until next time, take care. Bye bye.